Coldplay, The Scientist. Have you seen the video of that?
Great, it's just brilliant.
I think I might have worked out. What is, he's walking backwards, it's all filmed backwards, but he's singing forward. Now, the only way I can work out they've done it without CGI in it and cheating with the lips is that he had to learn it backwards and did it sort of like bit by bit. Did he do that?
He was on Zoe's show like about a week ago or something, and so he sang it backwards.
So he learned phrases and they filmed that.
Yeah.
But he didn't learn the whole song, did he? He couldn't possibly have learned the whole song. He must have like stopped it and...
don't know.
It's a great video though. They always do a good video.
No, it's very good indeed.
So it was, yeah, The Scientist on XFM. Wonderful one. I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington.
I had a bit of good news this morning.
Go on.
I was on the tube coming down, and I don't want to sound arrogant, I don't want to sound pushy, but I was at Green Park, and I'm fairly certain, Rick, it's not 100% corroborated, I'm fairly certain that a woman pinched my arse. So what do you think of that? Yes.
There's a lot of pickpockets around Green Park.
No, my wallet was still there.
Really?
But even if it wasn't, you know, that would have been money well spent. But the wallet was still there, so what do you think of them apples? Eh?
So what did you just pinch off?
I can't confirm it at this stage, exactly what happened, but it certainly felt like a pinch. I looked round, there was a woman behind me.
Right.
She was fairly old. I think she's probably in her mid-30s.
Right.
Kind of reddish hair.
Right.
I don't know if she's listening.
Right.
But, she knows where I am. And, so I don't know how to proceed, really, Rick. I don't know if it's worth putting up some posters around the Green Park area.
Well, what you could
just to try and corroborate it. If you saw a woman pinch the lanky guy's arse,
you could probably get in, contact with British Rail and go back over their
CCTV cameras, yeah.
And then they could probably zoom in and, you know, sort of identifying sort of birthmarks or she might have been holding something.
So they could hire a private eye. Yeah. Again, money well spent.
Well, so there you go.
You know, I'm just saying maybe maybe things are looking up.
Things
are getting towards Christmas.
The worm has turned.
I mean, you know, it's a little, sexy story to get the show going.
it is
but what do you make of that then, Carl?
What do you think of that, Carl?
You're quite damning. What's your answer?
Well, I mean, you're quite a tall fella.
Sure.
So, she must have really wanted to sort of reach up and have a pinch.
Do you know you think she was a dwarf? She did it with her teeth?
He didn't say she was a dwarf.
No, but Steve's taller than, you know, his arse.
Yeah, but his arse isn't 6'9", is it? His arse is about 3 foot off the floor.
4 foot?
What?
4 foot off the floor?
No, I don't think so. About 3. She'd have to be a midget to have to reach up to pinch Steve's arse. He is very tall, but...
I don't know what your point is there, Carl. You're just trying to, you're just, I think maybe just a little bit jealous. Just a little bit of jealousy.
Well, do you know what happened to me on the way in?
Go on.
A homeless person called me a dickhead.
How did he know? Do you know him? Is that why?
He's like the local big issue fella.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he knows me, he sees me walking up and down the street.
Oh, that's how he knew you.
Right. So normally I have a bit of a chat with him and that. And I walk past him. And, you know, I can be a little bit cheeky with him, because I've been cheeky with him in the past, with stuff.
You pinched his arse?
No, just, you know, saying stuff like, God, you're always there, I mean, you got home to go to, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
no,
just breaking the ice, go on.
But he knows, and he laughed at that, right, last time, so I thought I can be a bit cheeky, right? So he goes, do you want a big issue? I said, no. He said, come on, I've got loads of them, right? So I sort of said, when I was a kid, and I used to do a free paper around the free papers one, I said, just put them in the bin and go home. Right? And he went, yeah, but how am I going to get any money doing that, you dickhead?
You see, I can see his point. He is homeless and having to sell newspapers to get 50p or a quid or whatever.
Yeah, and sometimes I treat him, right? And today I didn't have any money. I had a takeaway last night, and I normally give them a quid, and I felt bad not being able to do that because I didn't have any money on me last night. Right. I couldn't look him in the eye.
Did you explain this to the homeless person, the traumas of the takeaway without the tip? Did you explain that, you know, you've had it hard as well? I go, look, you don't know.
I had food delivered to my warm flat.
Yeah,
it was
you don't know what that's like. You don't know what the trauma is because you can't have food delivered to your flat because you haven't got one. So please don't look at me like that. You should have said.
But most people ignore him. At least I gave him a bit of acknowledgement and sort of...
took the mick.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was. I just was being friendly.
Yeah.
No, I know.
You gotta be careful with the homeless, because this is true, and this is, you know when the clocks went back recently, so you got an extra hour in bed?
Yeah.
And, I was at Cash Point with a friend of mine, and there was a homeless person sat by the Cash Point, and, you know, we would get some money out, and she said, spare some change, and my friend's, he's a bit awkward, he's just trying to make conversation with her, he went, oh, clocks go back. Extra hour in bed.
Oh no.
I gave her £2. I felt so bad. He didn't do it intentionally. He didn't realise what he said. Just making conversation. It's tricky making conversation with the homeless, because there's so many areas you've got to avoid. You know, what was on the telly.
Yeah.
You know.
Although I get recognised by homeless people and I don't know where.
Well, you got to remember that's very much your demographic, Rick.
Yeah.
You know, people who watch TV through the window of Dixon's.
In Dixon's. Yeah, there was a Ricky Gervais as well.
Yeah. Well, they can smell the alcohol on you. They think you're one of them.
I've had to cut down on that. I've been really good with this training thing.
The boxing.
Play a record and I'll tell you about it. I had my first week of training. I'm in trouble. I'm struggling.
What do you want to play?
Oh, we've got a bit of, have we? Stone Roses, classic.
Feeder, Come Back Around, XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. Alright? Yeah, so I had my first week of training for this, charity boxing. For those who don't know, I'm fighting Grant Bovey, Anthea Turner's husband. It sounds arbitrary, but it's actually because he's, at 41 and about my weight, a bit taller, I think. But, and we've never done it before, but, no, it'd be fun. Battling someone for charity.
Yes.
No, but, it's, and I can't believe my luck, because I've been a fight fan for like 30 years, and they took me shopping, they bought me all the gear, and the training's great. It's really hard. I mean, it's, I imagine it'd be really hard, and it's probably slightly harder than I imagined. And the only bit I like, so I don't like all the exercise and all the stuff you've got to do. I like the bits that look a bit like something I've seen in a Rocky film.
Right, sure.
You know, we did that thing with the string along the ring, and I have to pop up and punch, and that.
Right.
That was great.
Right, nice.
Skipping's not bad. I'm trying to get good at that. I like that ball that you go.
Yeah. Are you any good at that? Is that?
I'm getting good at it.
And
What's
that teaching you, that particular thing? It's just the rhythm, is it?
It's rhythm, and of course your arms are up for that long, so you've got to keep your guard up all the time.
Yeah.
So that teaches you to keep your arms up.
And you were, up at 6 this morning, you broke some raw eggs into a cup and you ran up the steps of the town hall, didn't you? I know.
With loads of people following me, and I shouted, Bovey! at the top. No, I'm not going mad. Just, you know, once every other day. But I'm struggling now. I woke up today and it's like I'd been hit by a car.
Yeah. Just
everything aches, so the muscles you haven't used. But, anyway, I had a meeting, the first time with the people, the program makers, because they're following me for a month and everything, and Grant as well. And they said, you need a sort of nickname, just for a laugh. And I went, what's Grant using? They said, I think he's gonna use Gorgeous Grant Bovey, or Grant. I went, I don't know, so I better go against that. What about, Ricky Gervais?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And, yeah. So, anyway, I had a meeting with Frank Maloney meeting the next day, and it's sort of you know, you've got to do this nickname, and the bloke said, I checked out that name, you can't call yourself Jip. I went, well, of course I can't. I was joking. He went, well, I said, well, it's racist. I was joking. I was making a joke about me, and he went, I don't know. And then I went down to get the buy all the gear from this shop.
They'd have the dressing game made?
Yeah. And I was picking all the stuff. I was going, look, that's like Naz wore. Oh, look, that's like Ali wore in the. And I'm going, I'll have that, picking all the gear and everything. And there was a couple of boxers down there, sort of like looking at me, thinking, who's that fat bloke taking up boxing at 40? And I said, I wasn't it? And the bloke went, oh yeah, how you doing? I went, oh yes, how long have you been in the game? He said, I've been boxing 20 years. So how many fights you had? He said, about 40. I said, oh yeah, help me, I've got to think of a nickname. And I thought, Ricky Balboa Gervais. He went, right. I went, or Ricky Marciano Gervais. He looked at me and went, what about Ricky Martin? Oh dear.
Absolutely justified.
Yeah, I'm not respected yet in the boxing world.
No, sure.
But I mean,
it's only a matter of time. Once they see you fight, Rick, everything's gonna change. So, have you actually punched anyone yet? Have you actually?
No, I've punched I punched pads, and I punched the bag, and I've sort of sparred and that.
I know you didn't get a chance to punch
Well, as I suspected, my punching power's alright, but my fitness is, I mean, it felt like I was smoking.
Yeah.
You know, but there's, you know, bits of lung that haven't had oxygen in them for 20 years.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. And also because it's not only it's being filmed, but there's the other fighters there that are ridiculous. They're like machines, right? And it's that thing, I can go go, right, I can come out on top, but die now of a heart attack, but never give up. Or I can sit down and go, I'm sorry, I feel ill. And I chose that one, and of course they took the mick.
Well, of course.
But I mean, you know, soon, you know, as I said, I haven't got the respect yet of the boxing fraternity, but
and how long have you got then before?
4 weeks.
Okay, so, and do they think that they can turn you around health-wise in that time?
No, they're being realistic. No, they're gonna, you know, they're gonna teach me the basics and see how it goes, you know, but I mean, you know,
and each round is 4 seconds, is that right?
Yeah, 2 4-second rounds.
With a 2-hour break in between each one. Sit down meal.
So, give the number. I want serious suggestions of my fighting name. Nothing insulting, something we can actually use.
Well, let's give out the email, that's always the easiest. Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. What's the number, Carl?
08700 800 1234.
And it doesn't have to be in the middle, it could be at the beginning, like, the Rage.
Okay.
Ricky the Rage.
Ricky the Tits. Sure.
Ricky the Man, play a record.